Alright, this is going to be part 1 of perhaps 2 of a replay between Raptor, Thor, and Wicked. I'm going to go ahead and unpause the game at the 2-minute mark. We are currently playing, I believe this is...
A player's forces are under attack.
But anyways, here we have the Archmage go ahead and creeping the orange camp over here by his spawn. Meanwhile, we have a Death Knight coming across the map with the Rod of Necromancy. Acolyte's gonna perhaps try to get in, trying to get a kill, unable to get a kill. We got the surround on the knoll. And the knoll is currently Archmage is currently 1 hit point away. We have the Death Knight trying to come in, trying to see if he can death coil any units, unable to coil any units. We have the Acolyte currently sitting here on the south side at the expansion. Archmage Death Knight trying to come in, trying to use the Rod of Necromancy to get some additional units. 2 skeletons pop up. We have a quick coil on the Death Knight, or the Archmage by the Death Knight. Death Knight gets in 2 or 3 more hits, but unable to take down the Archmage. Archmage is just dancing around the map right now. Footmen are trying to chase. We have the Archmage coming in, and no blockage by the Acolyte here. Meanwhile, we have the skeletons trying to run around, trying to make sure are we gonna have a surround? No surround on the skeletons. Death Knight trying to chase after the Archmage. Archmage able to get away. Nightfall fastly approaching. We're gonna see a boost of speed here. As the Death Knight runs into the Archmage one more time. Archmage is now currently level 2. Goes into the shop, waiting for the boot to speed. Boot to speed still not available. Meanwhile, the Archmage is looking to do the exact same thing. So we have a boot to speed purchased and we have another boot to speed purchased. So Archmage and the Death Knight both have boot to speed. We have a skeleton quickly wandering around the map, trying to find where the units are, unable to get any additional hits. We have one more hit on the Archmage. Archmage currently sitting at level 2. We have a creep with the footman and the water elemental. Fiends coming in. We have a quick kill on a footman. We have the tome steal by the Death Knight. Death Knight go ahead and head back down. Archmage gonna go ahead and continue to do the central harass currently. Death Knight with 4 skeletons and 1 fiend trying to take down the army of 4 footmen and a water elemental. A pretty even fight at this point in time. Archmage getting a couple hits on the Death Knight. Death Knight trying to block the Archmage. Archmage able to get away. Footman and Death Knight now getting focus fire down to 200 hit points. We have a coil on the Footman. Footman down to 6 hit points. Are we going to be able to get a kill off? Yes, we are going to be able to get a kill on the Footman. Death Knight's going to go ahead and return to the fountain to heal as the skeletons continue to harass. Archmage able to get 1 or 2 skeleton kills. Fiend is able to run away, and the Archmage now a quarter of the way to level 3. Meanwhile, the Death Knight is a third of the way to level 2. We have Fiends. We have an additional Fiend joining in. We have currently have 3 Fiends. No, 2 Fiends joining in the fight. Death Knight coming in back from the west. Focusing down. We have a kill steal by the Fiends. Quick pickup on the tome. We're gonna go ahead and see the Undead player creep this camp and trying to get experience. That level 2 aura, or level 2 so important for that unholy aura. Meanwhile, we have the Archmage coming down on the right hand side, perhaps trying to get a heal. We have a footman getting healed. Archmage gonna get healed as well. Death Knight gonna go ahead, tries to find the human player, unable to find him. Here we have, we're quickly trying to take down these units. Right now, Archmage getting focused down by the dragon, by the red Drake. Trying to pull that Drake away. Drake is now currently out of the range of the fountain, so we see the Archmage and the Drake going to focus down. Archmage on the water elemental to focus down this Drake. Very common tactic where the human player has rights to the fountain while the Drake does not. You can easily solo this camp this way. Death Knight perhaps expecting this, having his Fiends creep on the far side of the map as the Death Knight's going to come in. Is he going to be able to do a kill steal on that Drake? And he does a kill steal on 1 unit with the Drake down to 264 hit points and not getting prepped anymore by fear of the Death Knight being able to coil that last 100 hit points. Death Knight going in with Unholy Aura and Boots of Speed, able to chase down these units fairly quickly. Fiends coming across the map, 4 Fiends coming in across the map right now.
Attack.
We have a quick ensnare on the Acolyte. And it looks like that Footman, yeah, Footman does go down to the Death Coil, giving the Death Knight a little bit more mana. Death Knight has now caught up in creeping. We have Militia and Rifleman coming in. Rifleman a little bit out of the norm for a matchup between Undead. But we are seeing that the human is going to try to creep try to expand. We have 4 Militia and a Mountain King. Meanwhile, over on the Undead side, we have Black Citadel nearing completion. Death Knight coming into the north side of the base, trying to see if he can get any harassment in. I don't see any way that the Death Knight can get into that base. We have 4 peasants. We have 3 riflemen, a Mountain King, and a footman, along with a priest. So we're seeing classic priests and rifles coming from the human player. Meanwhile, we have a Lich with an Orb of Corruption. Wow, this Black Citadel already tier 3 for the Undead player. Not too out of the ordinary, as we have seen Wicked and Thor. This is my 3rd commentary. So we have Sorceress, Priest, 3 Riflemen, a Footman, Mountain King, and Archmage. It looks as though we are... he is going to try to finish creeping off this camp. Meanwhile, the Death Knight's trying to get level 3. He's going to go ahead and creep this camp as well. We do have a statue giving a little bit more healing. Death Knight may be able to get level 3 if that Lich was not close by. Oh, we do have a level 5 Ogre Magi. That level 5 Ogre Magi should give level 3 to the Death Knight. And it looks like he's pulling them away ever so slightly. Getting a quick surround. And potion and vulnerability drops. Lich quickly picks up the potions and vulnerability. Death Knight is at level 3. We have Mountain King with Scourge Bone Chimes giving him Vampiric Aura. We have the Sorceress. We have 2 Priests, 3 Riflemen, and 2 Water Elementals. Meanwhile, from the Undead player currently has 3 heroes as well: the Lich, a Dark Ranger, and a Death Knight. Death Knight's going to go ahead and come in and see this expansion and is going to try to take it out. Meanwhile, Archmage and Mountain King perhaps just sold a couple items. Boots of Speed now on the Mountain King, along with the Pendant of Energy.
Player's forces are under attack.
Plenty of mana for bolts. We have Fiends focusing down the tower, and that tower is not going to go down. Wow, that was a waste there. 2 more hits, 1 or 2 more seconds would have been able to kill it. We have a Sorceress down. Here we have Bolt on the Lich. Lich is currently down, and a clap, so we have a lot of slowness. We have a coil back on the Lich. Lich currently sitting at maximum hit points. We have Lich coming in. We have another clap. We have a bolt on a ghoul. Level 2 on the Lich. Here we have Militia joining the fight. Rifleman trying to run to the back. We have Burrow. We have Dust of Appearance trying to take down those hiding fiends. Okay, stay tuned for part 2 of this battle.